it's Suey, and it's time to do another tag for Tag Tuesday. I saw this tag over on MJ's channel, Reading This Life, and it is an original tag by Gareth from Books, Songs, and Other Magic, and it is a music tag, not a book tag. So I'm a little nervous because I've learned that mixing my passion of music and books sometimes doesn't go together so well. That's why I have a channel for the music and now a channel for the books. I've said before, I would like to do a series where I can combine the two passions regarding the books. But talking about music on my book channel makes me a little nervous. I wish I could figure out how to articulate this. Okay, so I love all kinds of music. I love all kinds. If you've been watching the channel, you know that in 2016, a life-changing event happened when I listened to my first K-pop song. And I have pretty much listened to all K-pop since then. And I really wanted to do this tag, but I'm nervous about talking about K-pop on the book channel. So what I thought I would do is maybe answer the prompts with a normal song and with a K-pop song. So this could be an interesting challenge for me because, like I said, mostly into the K-pop world, and I don't even know what's normal anymore. K-pop is normal for me, I guess. But I would love to share it with people, which is why I had a whole channel dedicated to K-pop. I thought I'd be brave and give it a try. Now, my other problem is it's very frustrating to me to talk about music without sharing clips and pieces, which is what I do on my K-pop channel, and I don't worry about any copyright issues there because it's just what I do there. For here, I'm a little more wary about that, but I think I might try to share just teeny tiny little ones because I know you can do that without getting in trouble. So we'll see how that goes down. There's 7 prompts on these songs. Let's jump right into it and see if I can come up with 2 versions of this tag. The first one is name a song that always makes you happy. I'm sitting here in front of the computer, so I'm going to look a little bit for my answers. So I do have a K-pop playlist that is called Feel Good Beats. So it has 164 songs on it, and they all make me happy. Okay, so the one that I think I will share is called End of Spring by a band called ONE. And I've talked about ONE already before, which is kind of funny. I didn't even realize that until I just now said it. The guitar player is the one that I highlighted in a video a few weeks ago because he's a big time reader. So I highlighted some of the books he likes. But anyway, this one is called End of Spring by ONE, and it is so upbeat and happy. At the end of the music video, everyone is dancing and jumping. I really do feel like it's the definition of a song that makes me happy. For a song that makes me happy that's not K-pop, I like songs by Mika. Which one would I choose? Probably Lollipop, maybe? Down, sing it! And number 2 is name a song that's a good fit for when you're in a pensive mood. So in the K-pop side of things, I have a playlist that's similar to the Feel Good Beat one, only I call it Time to Cry. Would pensive be Time to Cry? So something that I love from this list when I'm pensive. Here's one that nobody, even in the K-pop world, really knows about because it's too underrated. This one is called Tears by an artist named Cream, spelled with a K, K-R-E-A-M. And this was the last song he made, and so it is very gut-wrenching because he decided he was going to be done, and this was the last song. And I love, love, love it. So yeah, this one would totally work for when you're kind of feeling sad and you're feeling kind of in that mood. A song that's not K-pop that makes me feel pensive. So before I was into K-pop, I was a huge Josh Groban fan. I've seen him in concert like 5 or 6 times. I can't even remember anymore. So a good one from his discography that is for a pensive mood is Remember When It Rained. So I really love that song, and I miss listening to Josh Groban all the time. I need to add him back to my list.
Remember when it rained.
Okay, so number 3 is name a song that changed your taste in music. A lot of people are familiar with Gangnam Style because it was so popular back in 2012. That's not the one that turned me into a K-pop fan, and I loved it, but I didn't look into it. I didn't figure out, what else that there was in this genre. It took me a few more years. Like I said, in 2016, my sister sent me a song from a group called Super Junior, and I don't actually remember which song I listened to first, but I always say that their song called Mr. Simple, and that's when I went, okay, I need to know more, and everything changed. Before K-pop, I was into all kinds of music in other languages, so that's why the morphing into K-pop was kind of an easy thing for me to do. So, and I'm trying to think, what was the song that made me start loving music in other languages? Because that probably was sort of it. I mean, Josh Groban sings in Italian all the time, so that might have been one of his Italian songs. But also, like, I was really into a guy called Kenji Chirac. Is that how you say his name? Yes, and he would sing a lot of French, a lot of Spanish, and a lot of this other language that I don't even remember what it is. Kind of a mixture. I absolutely love his stuff, and an example of that would be a song called Cool, 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 Cool. My music taste was in the process of being changed when I was into him. So let's just say that was like maybe a year before I was finding K-pop. Name a recent song that you just discovered and love. Okay, so another thing I love to do is work out with my VR headset and with a game called, it's not a game, a program called Supernatural. And I discover lots of songs in that program. Anyway, they were using an artist, Swedish House Mafia. I know they've been around forever, but I hadn't really been aware of them until they were featured on the Supernatural program. And so I loved their sound, loved it. And I can't remember now which song it was, because there might have been several actually, but Moth to the Flame might have been it. So yeah.
Or does he know the reasons that you cry?
I've discovered several new groups to love through working out on the Supernatural program. There's tons of them that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that so much, and I try to figure out what it is. Well, they actually tell you what it is. I have to remember because I'm in the middle of the workout, and then come and find it and add it to my Spotify. For my K-pop answer to that one, there's not one I would say I recently discovered. My favorite song right now on the K-pop side of things is a song called Tinnitus by TXT.
Yeah, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, yeah.
I really love the sound of this song, and I'm so excited because I get to go see them in May. I spend a lot of weekends going to LA to see K-pop groups, and we've got that one lined up for the Memorial Day weekend in May, so I'm really excited. 3 bands or artists that you love. So on the non-K-pop, I really love Coldplay and One Republic and Imagine Dragons. Those are I would say those 3. On the K-pop, I love hundreds, but if I had to say 3 right now, I'd probably say Stray Kids, TXT, and SHINee. Let's say those 3. What instrument would you like to play? So I don't know. Drums, maybe? Or the guitar. Never learned those. I did learn a piano when I was a kid and played it fairly well for a while. I can't really play it very well anymore. And I did play the clarinet all through high school and college. Was in the marching band, but I don't keep up with either one of them. My kid learned how to play the drums, and I always thought that was so cool and would be so fun. And then like the bass guitar or something would be so fun, I think. So if I had to pick, that's what I would say. Name the fiction book with music at the center of its narrative. The one I thought of for this is Daisy Joan and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Is that who it is? But yeah, by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We read this one for book club a couple years ago. It was really good. Fun, crazy story. So yeah, that's the first one that came to my mind for that. I'm sure there's lots more that I love, but I absolutely love it when music is kind of the center part of the story. Now, I don't know who to tag. Check below if I tag you. If you just think this one would be fun, then just go for it, because I would love to know how you would answer these questions. Hopefully you've enjoyed my answers, even though I threw the K-pop stuff in there. I know some people are annoyed by K-pop fanatics, and so I try not to be too fanatic on this channel. You want my fanatic, you can go to the other channel. It's really a huge part of my life, and I love it so much. There is just so much more to it than you would ever imagine. Like I said, still love all the other things too. I just don't know some of the newer stuff right now. Hopefully you enjoyed this and getting a little diversion from the book stuff. Reading and listening. Do both. We can have both in our lives, reading and listening, and all the things. See you next time. Bye.
Wanna leave, I say